Is this thing on? What's going on? I'm excited that you're here. It's your boy, Ryan Stewman. I'm going to give you a minute to get your thoughts together and everything as you are welcome here on this training. I know a lot of you are just now logging in, ready to watch this. I've got some exciting stuff for you. I'm going to blow your mind, and we're going to talk about what I'm calling a massive tidal wave of good karma, right? A massive karmatic tidal wave. That's what we're going to talk about today. And the best part about that is you're creating good karma for yourself. You're creating good karma for your clients and everything in between. And you are about to be brought into a world that you've never heard of, but you're going to find out it's one of the most lucrative things to be doing right now, especially if you're a sales professional. So few things that I want to address first, though, is like housekeeping things that we need to handle. I'm probably going to say some stuff throughout this. I just want to get this out of the way first. I'm probably going to say some stuff throughout this training that maybe triggers you a little bit. It might piss you off, or maybe you don't like the way that I use cuss words from time to time when I get passionate. And you have to ask yourself, what is it that's triggering you? So if you find yourself fidgeting, looking at your phone and all that other stuff, what is it that's triggering you to not give your attention to me? Now, you signed up to be here. You might as well make the most of it, because tonight, I promise you, or today, or whatever time it is that you're watching this, I promise you, it's going to be the best thing that you could have done with this hour of your time. But I want you to understand that from time to time, if I trigger you, ask yourself why. So you want to take copious notes. I don't know what the word copious means, but that's what they always say in these things. So I just figure I would be all fancy and use words that I have no idea what they emoticon. And so I want you to make sure you take notes. I prefer that you take notes down with a pen and paper, because here's the thing. You're going to forget 70% of everything that I teach you on this training. You're going to be distracted. Facebook's going to go off. Your email's going to go off. Everything in between, you're going to be distracted. And that's okay. It happens. But I just ask that you take notes, especially on the big things, because you'll lose 70% of everything that I talk about. But if you write it down, you'll retain almost 70% of it. So it's almost as if it flips the tables for you, because there's something about seeing it, hearing it, writing it, visualizing it. It really helps you out. So I want you to take notes, and I'm asking for like paper notes, and that'll also help you put your damn phone down and give me your attention, son. Number two, obviously, it's stay off the phone. Phones are distracting. You came here because you're a salesperson looking for a new way to earn big money, right? You're tired of the same old thing. You're tired of sales floors. You're tired of, doing the same old things has got you where you are right now. And I'm not saying you're in a bad position. There's plenty of people that have taken this training that make multiple 6 figures and 7 figures a year. So you're not alone. But what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention, because in order to get to that next level, in order to see the vision that I'm going to share with you on this training, I've got to have your attention. So I just ask that you stay off the phone. And again, there's going to be resistance triggers that come up. Remember, I said in the beginning that I'm going to say things that will trigger you. Well, once you experience those triggers, I want you to ask yourself why. If you go to pick up your phone and you start trying to take your attention off of this, and you go to pick up your phone, I want you to ask yourself why. Okay, because here's the thing. If it triggers you, it's probably the truth. Something to think about. Now, be alert. I'm going to sell you something on this webinar. That's just part of it. I want to get that out of the way. They don't call me the hardcore closer for nothing. They don't call this funnel closer for nothing. I don't want it to be a big shock at the end. I want to set the expectation up front with you. But look, I know that you're here for a real reason. I mean, you've probably been on these webinars before. You know what's coming on this, but I'm going to give you some actual training that is going to blow your mind. It's going to show you everything that you can do in order to make 6 and 7 figures a year as a funnel closer. But you're here for a real reason. You decided to enter your information into an ad that was on Facebook or from our email list, or however it is that you got here. You invested the time, you selected a time, you showed up at the webinar. Now let's make sure that you get paid for your time that you're here. Okay. And look, I have the solution that you've been seeking. I've created the best karmatic sales job that I could possibly think of. 7 years in the making. I've got the solution, but I want you to be alert, because I'm going to drop it all to you in this. And I've got to have your attention. I'm going to say that over and over again. You'll find that I repeat myself a lot. And the reason I repeat myself a lot is because I know that you pick up your phone, you're not paying attention. So I say the same things that matter the most over and over again. You'll hear that I repeat myself a lot. I'm just kidding. Calm down. But I will, because I'm trying to drive those things into your subconscious. So I have the solution that you've been seeking, right? But before, a little bit about me. It wasn't always this way. I wasn't always driving a McLaren to work and living in one of the nicest neighborhoods in North Dallas. That just less than 10 years ago, I left federal prison with a $25 check, and it cost me $5 to cash it at the check cashing place across the way. I'd went into prison almost a millionaire, and I'd come out flat broke, divorced, and essentially homeless. While I was in the federal prison, I got a letter about 3 months in that said that my then wife was leaving me and taking everything. Literally, I had worked my entire life to get to that point. And, you know, it's one of those times in my life where I have been going to church, I have been tithing, I have been doing all the right things in the world, and then all of a sudden I get in trouble for a crime it was a gun crime, and there's difference in guns and drugs here in Texas. Like if you have guns in Texas, it's legal, but then the ATF says certain guns aren't legal. It's kind of like pot in California or Colorado. If you get caught with weed in California or Colorado, they really don't care. It's totally legal there. But if the DEA catches you with pot in Colorado or California, it's a whole different story. Where the ATF got involved in my case, you just can't beat the feds. And so I went to prison, lost everything, went in on top of the world. And by saying went into prison on top of the world, I thought I had it all planned for when I come out to where I could just pick up where I'd left off and keep going. And that didn't happen to me. I've been addicted to drugs in my lifetime. It's been many years, but much like, you know, a lot of people that watch these things that are in sales, we've had past issues. And what I'm sharing is I've been through a lot of struggles. I've been divorced, prison, drugs. I've lost, you know, my last job in the mortgage business. I lost my job, you know, and 2010, I told you I was released from federal prison in 2008. In 2010, Obama passed something called the Dodd-Frank Act. And the Dodd-Frank Act stated, one of the caveats to the act said that if you were a convicted felon, then you couldn't get a financial license anymore. And that's what I was, a convicted felon. They wouldn't give me a financial license that when it switched over from state to federal, and boom, I'm out of a job. That's how I wound up doing what I'm about to share with you on this training. But you name it, I've been through it. Adoption, prison, divorce, drug addiction, homelessness, failure, bankruptcy, foreclosure. I have failed prolifically. You name it, I've probably been through it. But here's my life today. I got this beautiful woman in my arms. These are my best friends in the top upper right-hand corner. We're on top of a mountain in Puerto Rico. And I'm going to tell you a story about this. This is Puerto Rico. It's Costa Rica. Went to Puerto Rico before that. So this is a mountain at the top of Costa Rica. Well, the guy pointing the number one with his finger closest to me there, I'm the handsome guy in front with the bulging biceps. The guy that's way more handsome than I am, right to the right of me there, his name's Travis. He's one of our salespeople. He's been a friend of mine for a very long time. Well, we rode the motorcycles and four-wheelers that you can see in the picture up to the top of this mountain. And according to the altimeter that we had, we were about 4,500 feet in the air. Now, this is the widest part of the road. There were several times on the trip up here through the rainforest that I thought we were going to die. And now I want you to pay close attention to a couple of details here. You see the Americans, Team America here, we're wearing tank tops, shorts, and that's it. But you see the guy who does this every day, he's covered from head to toe in all sorts of gear, right? This guy was totally not qualified to give us a tour and was definitely not looking out for us in our best interest. So anyway, we get to the very top of this mountain and rode all the way up through the rainforest and the rain and dude, we would go through puddles of water, and the motors were so hot on the four-wheeler. I rode a four-wheeler. The motor was so hot on the four-wheeler that it would boil water and just burn the skin off my leg. Dude, it was a crazy trip up there. And then we had to turn around and get down. And the guy next to me, Travis, was a machine gunner in Iraq. He's a military, Navy veteran. I mean, just all around thrill seeker, tough guy. And he sat that motorcycle down and he said, "Y'all gonna have to send a helicopter for me. I ain't going back through that." And so finally we talked him into getting on a four-wheeler, and we talked the guy there into riding the motorcycle down the mountain. Man, we didn't make it 200 yards and that bike collapsed and almost threw the guide off the side of the mountain. It was the scariest shit I have ever seen in my life. Every time I see this picture, I feel like telling this story, right? Because that was the most insane day of my entire life. And I've been through some crazy days. I've been dead before, but that was the most insane day of my life. But you can see I got a Maserati here, and I actually need to update that because just two days ago, I bought a McLaren and was actually fortunate enough to give the gentleman in the white shirt right here this Maserati, so that now that's his for the rest of the lease. And then these are my three sons. This is Asher, the little baby is Colton, and the clown on the left there is my oldest son, Jackson. And so this is my life today. I've got it perfect. Nice cars, nice house, vacations, family, the hot chick. I've got it. And I procured these things through what I'm about to share with you today. And like, I've worked with some of the top people in the world, man. I mean, we're looking at Dana White right here and Alan Belcher. This picture right here is Dan Kennedy. He is the godfather of direct marketing. This is my personal mentor, David Goggins. He was honor man in the Navy SEALs. He was Navy SEAL for 19 years. This is the warrior, Garrett J. White right there. He and I go way, way back. My buddy Vic Bell right there, who don't play. Vic don't play. Vic one time knocked me out, then made me hike up a mountain, then took me back down the mountain, then made me jump out of an airplane, all within like a 6-hour period. It was the craziest thing ever until the Costa Rica incident. This is the Marshall Silver, the world's most foremost hypnotist. That's his house there. Just side note, that's his backyard. And that is a 125,000 gallon swimming pool. Marshall Silver's the man. And then there's the ultimate direct response internet marketing legend, Frank Kern right there. I have studied with these guys. The king of funnels right here. The king of stage speaking right here. Relentless mindset. The king of promotions right here. The godfather of direct mail. And then the most mentally tough man on the planet, along with the warrior, the king of having it all right there. These are the folks that I've worked with. This is the experience that I've gained. This is how I grew my business, how I became successful. And I share this with you so that you don't think that I'm just some random dude, because some of you that'll be watching this, you don't know me. You don't think that I'm just some random dude that's like, oh, look at this guy can write and run an ad, and here we are on this webinar. I have put in the time. I have done the work. I have been through the shit in order to experience the shine. I'm proud of my accomplishments too. Here is one of our Breakthrough Academy groups. We had 90 people right here. This is last year. That's at $5,000 a head, all because of funnels, which you're going to be learning about on this. But this is at $5,000 a head. These folks show up. I am the owner, creator, and the only blogger at hardcorecloser.com. 1,500 blog posts and counting. It's unreal. I have authored 5 books at this time and created multiple programs, digital programs like the ones that you're watching right now, digital training programs. And over the course of me doing all that, I came across $1 million discovery. And this is an old picture of me, but in my hand right there, where in case you can't see it, those are $1 trillion bills from Zimbabwe. They're worth about $3 American each. But this is my $100 trillion discovery, right? This breakthrough. You know, I'm making all these programs, people start reaching out to me. I'm doing all these great things and people start reaching out to me. And I realize there's a huge, huge untapped marketplace out there. And then what's better about this huge untapped marketplace is there's not only a huge untapped marketplace, there's a way that we can all win. That's what I'm all about. And I'm going to explain that way that we can all win. It's through sales funnels. Now, I'll explain what a sales funnel is for you. Sales funnel is, let's say that this is a video of me, right? So this picture of me is a video. Well, the top of the funnel, the tofu, the top of the funnel would be the people that watch the video. And now let's suppose that in this video, I were to say, now that you've watched this video, go to my website, hardcorecloser.com, and opt in. Give me your name, email address, and phone number. And so the people that actually did what I said in the video would move right here to the middle of the funnel where it gets, you know, obviously there's a lot more people watch it than will actually opt in. And then the people that give me their name, email address, and phone number, I have the ability to send them emails, voicemails, call them, close them, show up at their office, hang out in the back seat of their car with some chicken wire, whatever I got to do to make the sale happen. But that's called the funnel process, right? Because more people are going to view it than opt in. More people are going to opt in than you're going to be able to have a sales call with. Okay, so that's the premise behind it. But let me share with you how I discovered this and where I'm going with this. My buddy Mike Reese and I, who's now my business partner in one of our nutrition companies, and my buddy Mike Reese, one day I call him and I had lost my mortgage job. Remember I told you that story? And I lost my mortgage job. And I called Michael Reese because I had been doing mortgages for him and he had an outstanding real estate organization. And I knew that this guy was the future. And so I reached out, I was going to ask him for a job. Well, when Mike shows up, now Mike's an excitable guy. And Mike's also, he's a different kind of character, right? So he shows up, he's real excitable and he's telling me about this thing called the internet marketing. And he's telling me I mean, he's just going on and he's speaking Greek to me because I have no idea what opt-in conversions and and all these like lingo that I've had to make a dictionary for the funnel closers to explain what all this stuff is, right? I had no idea what that was. But he sounded really enthusiastic about it. And enthusiasm, as you know, as a salesperson, that's what moves people and salespeople. And so Mike's got this thing he's telling me about, and he says, and I spent $8,000. And I said, whoa, hold up, Playboy. You spent $8,000. Now, first of all, let me tell you a little bit of background about my buddy Mike. Mike is one of the cheapest people I know. I love him to death. He makes an ass ton of money, but he does not spend anything. He still drives the same car now that he drove in 2003. And I know he's been making, I don't want to put his business out there, but he can afford to drive whatever car that he wanted to. And he still drives the same vehicle all these years later. He's just not one to let go of a lot of money. And so when he tells me that he spent $8,000 on some DVDs, my mind was blown. And I'm thinking, first of all, who's a bad enough salesperson to get $8,000 out of Mike for some DVDs? I want to meet that guy. Turns out his name was Ryan Dice. And so Mike says, hey, but I want to give you these $8,000 DVDs. And I thought, well, okay, I'll definitely take them and check them out. I had no idea what in the world he was talking about. Like maybe when I just showed you a sales funnel, you might have just been like, what is he talking about? So I go home and I take the $8,000 DVDs and, I'm intrigued. I want to see what they are. And so that's exactly what I do. I put them in my old school compact Windows operating computer and I start watching them. And it teaches me this process about uploading a WordPress from an FTF pot. Like you had to go register a domain and then you had to upload some I think it was FPF. Dude, it was insane. And then you had to take this WordPress, then you had to put all this code together, and then you had to add this picture, and this program basically told you how to do that. And I just followed the instructions on the program, and I don't know what in the world I was doing. No code, no tech experience, no nothing, but I just kind of follow the instructions on this program. The next thing you know, I got a website. And it's a sales funnel, but like I didn't even know what that meant back then. I just knew that I had created a website out of a WordPress that was supposed to capture names, emails, and phone numbers. Back then, we didn't even capture phone numbers. I think it was just names and emails. And so I put it together and I'm like, okay, this is great. I made a website. Now what? I don't think nothing of it. 2 days go by. In the middle of the night, I hear a bing on my computer. Well, that was the alarm that I had set up for. It made a cooler noise than the one I just made with my mouth, but you get the premise. That was the noise that I had set up for when a sale was made. I was selling an energy drink. So I'd set up this blog that had made a sale on autopilot in the middle of the night. So I was kind of freaked out, right? I wake up and I'm all jazzed up. I'm like, it worked. It worked. And so I get on the computer, I look this person up, and in order for them to fill out the order form to receive the energy drink, they had to give me their name, email address, and phone number. It's like 2 or 3 in the morning, maybe 4 in the morning. And like, I'm thinking, I'm going to call this person. And man, I probably sat there for what seemed like 2 hours, was probably 30, 45 minutes. And I just picked up the phone and called them. It's like, hey man, how'd you find my website? Well, you were on the 3rd page of Google. Whoa, you went into no man's land for this. But at that moment, I had this discovery that it was possible to make money from the internet, to get leads from the internet. You see, up to that point, as a salesperson, I'd been networking, door knocking, cold calling, getting numbers out of the newspaper, going and working my circle of influence, all the things that you might still be doing now. But this was in 2010. I had a revelation, all from an $8,000 gift from my buddy Mike Reese. Now I know that you're only one funnel away from changing the game for you. That funnel opened my eyes. Now, what happened to me was I made this funnel. I sold a few energy drinks. I built that business up to about $6,000 a month online from the internet. And they changed the comp plan on me. Hey, you ever had that happen to you as a salesperson? I hate that, right? So they changed the comp plan on me. And so then I went out and I started this loan officer program, and I put a bunch of money into it, made a bunch of sales the first month, like $20,000 in sales. I put another $20,000 worth of my own personal money, doubled down at like $40,000, and I lost it all because the rules changed and I wasn't active in the mortgage business anymore. I had to give a bunch of refunds, and I lost my advertising money. I lost my ass, but I still knew that it was possible to make money online because I had done it. I had made 20, sure, I've lost it all, but I had made 20 grand too. Well, if you flash forward 7 years from 2010 to 2017, the time I'm making this training for you, I've personally made millions. We're getting close to personally making millions a month from sales funnels. We're getting close. And these have changed the game for me. They've changed the game for my clients. They've changed the game for the business owners I know. They've changed the game for my friends, the people all around me. And I know that you're only one successful funnel away from it changing the game for you. And I want you to understand this. There's over 200,000 people out there that know how to make these funnels. You're the salesperson watching this. I'm not going to teach you how to do designer graphics or the stuff that I had to learn in those $8,000 DVDs. I don't wish that pain upon anybody. But you see these 200,000 funnel makers between ClickFunnels, lead pages, automated inbound, all these sources that are out there. These 200,000 funnel makers, they're not salespeople. For the most part, they're tech geeks who know how to do really cool website stuff that are socially awkward and scared to get on the phone and sell things to business owners. But here's the thing, there's over 5.8 million small business owners in America right now. And I believe that we're in a new bubble. I believe that every business owner out there needs a sales funnel, right? A website says, haha, look at us. We are open for business. And a sales funnel says, give me your information and we'll contact you so we can close you. You see, the difference is a website's a lot like a business card to a lot of business owners. They think it's like a business card. It's like, oh, here's my number. Call me if you want me. But we want to capture people's information because the money is in the data, right? The money is in having an email list and being able to hit that email list with specials and sales and discounts and promotions. But these 5.8 small business owners, they want it. 5.8 million small business owners, they all want it. They want it. They want the FUNNELs, but they don't know they exist. And then on the other hand, we've got 200,000 funnel makers that want to sell to business owners, but they're scared shitless and they're socially awkward. That's where you come in because the need for sales pros is real. And look, you don't have to learn the tech and you don't have to go out and become somebody who understands these 5.8 million small business owners. They just need a sales pro that can match the two of them. How many times can you match those 5.8 million to those $200,000 and take a commission in between? Just for introducing people. Look, just like the picture, shaking hands and taking bands. That's what I'm talking about. But like I said, there's a big ass problem. These funnel makers don't know how to make sales. They come in, they fumbling, they catching shit on fire like Tommy Boy here. And I just want to say this. I'm going to go off on a side note here for me. Hold up now. Hold on now. Us salespeople, we get a bad rap. We really do. We're kind of like pit bulls. The pit bull is a great animal. One of the most loyal, loving breeds on the planet. They will come and curl up in your lap. They will protect your family. A pit bull will die for its owner. But every time a pit bull bites something, they're a big dog, so things get hurt. And so the media makes it as if these pit bulls are evil dogs and they're terrible dogs. And every time you hear something about a pit bull, there's a negative stigma to it, when really they're just great, awesome, wonderful dogs. Well, salespeople are a lot like pit bulls in the sense of most of us are loyal. We protect our clients. We're loyal to our employers. We love people. We'll cuddle up in their lap. We'll do anything they want us to do. We'll run circles, catch a bone, do a trick, anything we can do for sales. But when one of us steps out of line, the media goes all over it. Let a salesperson rip somebody off on a car lot. Channel 5 News will be there in a matter of seconds. You know, they make movies in Hollywood about Jordan Belfort, who I like Jordan, right? No beef there. No, don't misunderstand that. But the movies about Jordan are not about his awesome accomplishments. They're about him ripping people off. That's bad for us, right? That's the media making us salespeople look like pit bulls. Like we don't all rip people off. Matter of fact, most of us get ripped off because we're overly nice to people. But really, Tommy Boy, the reason why I share this story with you is Tommy Boy is the best example we have of a sales movie really looking out for us salespeople. Because you think about it, Tommy's not a salesperson, and he's thrown into a situation where he's got to step up and become a leader. He hires, or he lines with a mentor, David Spade here. They go out. Tommy makes a few big, huge mistakes, fails repeatedly, doesn't close a single sale. But Richard, his mentor, is giving him advice on what he can do to improve. And finally, he nails it. Helen, please explain to me why I suck at sales. But then all of a sudden he gets it, like it clicks. He goes in, he closes one, he closes another. He ends up doing the deal with Zelensky, saves the factory, gets the girls, saves the town. He's a huge hero, but it's billed as a comedy. But next time you think somebody asks you what's the greatest sales movie ever made, it's not Wolf of Wall Street or Wall Street or, any of those negative, stigmatic Glengarry, Glenn Ross type of movies. They're all great movies. But the greatest movie about sales, in my personal and very unhumble opinion on this, is Tommy Boy. So back to the story here. Funnel makers don't know sales. They're fumbling like Tommy Boy in the beginning. And they need help. And here's the other big ass problem is that salespeople don't know how to make funnels. Like right now, do you know how to make a funnel? Unless you're already a member of like Break Free Academy Entourage or one of our programs from the past, you probably have no idea how to make a funnel. And these days, it's pretty cool because you don't have to go get an FPF file and upload a WordPress blog and then switch all that. They've got these things called lead pages, click funnels, unbalanced lead pops. There's lots of softwares that spit them out within a matter of minutes. But again, I'm not here to train you how to make funnels, right? If there is a job as a salesman's find a need and fill it. So if there's a big ass need, right? If funnel makers don't know how to make sales and you guys don't know how to make funnels, hold up. You see where I'm going here? We can turn this big ass problem into a big ass solution. But right now in the marketplace, there's 5.8 million small business owners who need a funnel, and they've got people that control the funnels that have no idea how to communicate with them, and the people that can communicate with them have no idea how to build a funnel. We're in a fucking jam, y'all. But don't worry, your boy Stu's coming to the rescue. You hear what I'm saying? So we need to let, like the funnel makers, they need to let us handle the sales. Because here's the thing. If they're good at creating websites and code and that's what they want to do, we want to let them do that. We want to go out into the marketplace and sell our products, our funnels into the small business owners, and we can connect it to and make a commission. We don't have to do the work. We don't have to know the tech. We don't have to write the copy. We don't have to do any of that stuff. All we got to do is just go out and sell. This is the dream sales job. I want you to understand that being a funnel closer, a person that sells sales funnels, converting websites, right, to small business owners, being a funnel closer is the dream job. Here's why. Number one, it pays well. And I'll break down the commission structure here in a few minutes, right? Number two, it's massive karma because a good funnel causes a business owner to make more money. He wins, you win, you get paid, you're creating jobs. Like, let's think about this. You create a funnel for a business owner, and that business owner, they're a plumbing company, and you create a funnel for this plumbing company, and all of a sudden their business, it grows by 2, and they're able to hire 10 more employees, and then you've got 2 more funnel makers that you've outsourced that are making funnels for this plumbing company, and you're getting paid a commission, and the funnel makers are getting paid a commission. And as they're ramping up, the funnel makers are hiring people to come work for them because of the things that you're doing for them. And the businesses that have the landing pages and the funnels that are converting, they're getting more leads than ever. They're hiring more salespeople. They're hiring more back end and support staff. This is karma all the way to the customer that is getting served at a higher level, because no longer are they just greeted by, hi, here's a website. They're now greeted by, hey, give us your information and we'd really like to get in touch with you and find out how we can help you. It makes all the difference in the world. And so this is the dream job where not only can you get paid more money, you're doing awesome stuff where everybody wins. You can't beat this. I love it. I get a pump. I got goosebumps right now. I get so excited about it. But I want you to be aware of 3 massive shifts that are coming. Okay, so these things are going to happen with or without you. And I think it's important that you know all sides. I can sit here and be like all rainbows and unicorns with, fancy dildos, rainbow dildos, horns on the unicorns. Like, I'd sit here and act like everything's champagne bottles popping. We in the club, check it up to the window, to the wall, right? No. I need you to be aware of some things first. Number one, you're needed. You're good enough, smart enough. And doggone it, people like you. You're salespeople. But I want you to think of the movie Batman. When Batman was needed, they put like a signal out in the city, right? A city of 8 million people who can't help themselves. Just one dude, huh? There could be only one. I'm mixing up my movies. I get it. But now there's like a bat signal for you. You're needed in the You're needed because the tech geeks can't sell. I mean, just straight up. The tech geeks are usually people that, like, let's just admit, like, the people that are usually good with computers aren't usually good with sales. Now, is there some people that are good with computers and sales? Absolutely. Is there some people that are good at sales and computers? Absolutely, but it's rare. You might be listening to one right now because I can do both. That's right. Got my MMA black belt, but most people can't. And so the tech geeks, they can have the greatest, I've got guys that have the greatest design skills in the world, but They insecure when it comes to pricing. They don't like reaching out to people. They're scared to get on the phone. They hope their automation sequences work. They just can't sell. They can sell with sales funnels. They just can't sell on the phone like you and I can. And the other thing that you're needed is, like I said, business owners need these things. Here's what I do know. We are in another .com bubble. This is the new .com bubble, except for this time it's the .com funnel bubble, because business owners are going to be getting funnels. It's going to be the new wave. As they see their competitors doing it, they're going to have to figure it out and come on board. Whether they call them funnels or not, that's just what we're calling them for the sake of this. But business owners are going to have to get on board, because when the first .com bubble hit, people registered like Pepsi.com, Coke.com, all these other things. But now there's trillions of web URLs on the internet, right? It's a whole completely different game. So if you're lucky enough to get a visitor to your website, you need that visitor's information so that you can, like, especially if you're paying to get that visitor to your website, you need their information so that you can contact them, sell them, and recoup your advertising dollars. Business owners need these funnels bad. Problem is, like I said, tech geeks can't sell to them. And the money that you can make from connecting these business owners that need these funnels to these tech geeks that can't sell the funnels for shit is unlimited. 5.8 million people in the marketplace with a need right now, with a big need for you. Look, just the other day, I made a post on Facebook saying that I would sell a funnel for $18,500, and I had 25 people try to, and I said I was only going to do one. And I had 25 people ask me, could they buy it from me? The money is limitless. Number two is I want you to be aware of there is unlimited prospects. Y'all like that movie Blow? It sucks because in the end he goes to jail. And really, I wish that he would just made all that money from weed. That would have been really cool. And then he wouldn't have went to jail. It'd been like, now that's a good, happy ending movie. But instead, they put him in jail. That's a shitty ending to a movie. I'm just saying. But there can be a happy ending to your movie with unlimited prospects. Listen, corporations update their websites on a regular basis. So it's not like these 5.8 million people don't think they need a website. And it's as simple as showing them the website that they have right now is not, it's not good. It's not up to par. And it's not insulting them because, listen, their ego, right? People fall emotionally attached, emotionally in love with their websites. You can't insult their website and say, shit's ugly, Frank, clean it the fuck up, right? Can't do that. Instead, what you have to do is you have to say, it's like, how many leads a week is your website producing? Most small business owners and most corporations will tell you none. And you say, well, what if there was a way that we could convert visitors into leads that you could pass on to your sales team or your automation that could convert to customers, and you could recoup some of your ad dollars, right? Like that's corporate language 101. Even though I'm slangwich, that's how I roll. That's corporate language 101. Here, let me show you how you can take something that you already have and turn it into a profit. And corporations get that. You know, they know that their website needs to be updated once every 2 years, and you have an ability to step in there. Some corporations pay $100,000 or more for a website. So you have an opportunity to step in there and, you know, fucking cash in or be the savior that gets all the referrals. It's up to you. I'm not here to judge. Offers change often too. You know, a corporation might have a free gym membership this month, and the next month it might be a free smoothie. If you're a mortgage company, it might be refinance and receive a gift this month. It might be next month how they're talking about getting the hottest list of homes for purchase. So offers change often, which means corporations that pay big money for these websites are having to consistently dole it out, where you could change the game for them, or you could just get in their pocket and make it really easy for yourself because there's unlimited prospects. These are things that are already going on. It's not like you have to go out and reinvent your own market segment. This is shit that's already happening. And you just get to step in and tell them how you can make it bigger, better, faster, and easier on them. Right? Sales funnels are the new websites. You don't even have to call it a sales funnel. That might, like, matter of fact, if you go in and you talk to a small business owner, you're like, I've got a sales funnel. They'll be like, that's weird shit. We don't need funnels. We get our gas at the gas station and our cakes at the bakery. You dig what I'm saying? So you don't really need a sales funnel. Like, you just go and you say, hey, I've got this new website that converts visitors to leads. You see, that's something that's simple. We know in sales, keeping it simple sales, right? And so in sales, we tend to go out and we complicate shit. That's why we don't make sales. But instead of saying sales funnels, just say, hey, I've got a website that converts traffic and visitors into leads for your sales teams. That's something you might be interested in. Number 3, I've already done the hard work. We have done I've done the hard work. I have the workforce database in place. I'll show you in a minute. We call it the job board. I have all the places where you can hook up with the right people. As you, the salesperson, this training is for the salesperson. It's not for the funnel geek, right? It's not for the tech geek. But I have all the tech geeks in place. I know where they hang out. I've already been connected with them. They're already reaching out to me. I'm already connecting them with the people that are using this program and doing this and helping the small business owners. I've already created the network and everything else. So you don't have to go out and figure out who's who and who does what and where you should start at. Like, I've already done the hard work for you. I've already got the legal contracts in place as well. So you can go out and sell a website to a small business owner and rest assured that you're protected. Now, you always want to hire your own lawyer and have them double check stuff, but I've got the legal contract from my lawyer who's given me the reuse rights for the folks in this as well. So I've put together the legal contracts for you. I've got the job board application for you. And I have the packages and pricing suggestions and all that stuff already put in place for you, that all you have to do as a salesperson is just step in and make sales. You got to do what you do best. I think that's the biggest, let me rant for a minute. I think that's the biggest problem that we have as salespeople is, like, we go in and we're good at making sales and they're like, okay, you're good at sales. Can you make a website? No, bitch. I just want to sell websites. I don't want to code them. If I wanted to code them, I would have went into that line of work, but I'm not in that line of work. I don't do that. So instead, I want to sell them. Let me sell stuff, right? Or that you get really good at sales. They're like, you want to move into management? It's kind of like Mitch Hedberg used to say. It's like, that's like being really good at cooking. You're like this world-class chef, and they're like, but can you farm? Like, I don't want to farm. I want to cook food. I want to raise it. Just saying. I've created a place where you can simply step in and do what you do best as a salesperson and make sales. All right. Look, we're talking about a wide open market just waiting for us to dominate. And I'm talking about dominate. There's nobody. Right now, at the time I'm recording this, there's a little over 100 funnel closers out there. Right? That's 100 people who've already taken action, that have seen this training and decided to make a change. There's several of them that are already making over $20,000 a month, right? This is a real wide open market. It's so easy. They say shooting fish in a barrel, but like, nobody wants to eat bloody fish. It's so much easier just to pull the fish out of a barrel and then cut it with a knife and throw it on the grill. But you know how people say 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, I would rather have a shotgun to shoot birds too, but sometimes people have old stains that just stick around. This is wide open. I'm telling you, this is absolutely open for domination. This is ahead of the time, ahead of the game, and you are seeing this just in time to be able to step in and just like take over. There's plenty of market share to go around. So let me give you an example of how this works. Let's say you sell what we call a 4-step funnel for $2,500. A 4-step funnel would be a Facebook page, a landing page for the funnel. That's the page that says, give me your name, email address, and phone number. A thank you page, which says, here is what you asked for, and here's what you asked for is why you gave me your name, email address, and phone number. And then the 4th would be a sales page, right? Real simple to do. They usually take 30 minutes to an hour for a funnel geek to construct. You could go sell that to a small business owner for $2,500 easily all day, every day, especially since a lot of corporations are used to paying 30 grand or whatever more. But I'm just give you a low end, easy lay down example. You could go in and sell a funnel for $2,500. You could go find a funnel geek in America or another country through our job board that could make you a simple 4-step funnel that would take them less than an hour, and they would charge you $500 to make that for you. You could net profit $2,000 just from that one example. You sell one business, one deal, that's $2,000. You think you can maybe sell a small business? It's tax deductible, right? Because they're going to write it off against their taxes. If they make, like, the way to make the sale to the small business owner is like, okay, so this is $2,500. How many customers would that have to generate before you broke even? But your net profit's $2,000. You do that 4 times a month. Guess what? All of a sudden you have a 6-figure side hustle. Now we're talking. Let me give you another example though. Let's say that you set them at, instead of $2,500 up front, they want you to change offers and manage it and stuff. So you hit them at $1,000 a month with 6-month commitment. This is the small business owner. So you got the funnel hacker, still only pay him $500 to fix it in the beginning. It's the same 4-step funnel. Now all of a sudden your net profit over the course of 6 months instead of one time is $5,500. Hey, you do that twice a month, right? You sell 2 of these twice a month. That's well over $100,000 a year you'll be pulling in. You'll be on your way to $200,000 just by selling 2 of these a month. I've got the contracts in place for you. I told you about that. Do you think maybe you could sell a dentist or a chiropractor or a real estate agent something that would generate them leads for $1,000 a month? I mean, when a dentist has somebody that does business with them, it's at least going to be $1,000. One deal a month. Surely your sales funnel that you get set up could generate 1 deal a month to break even for the first 6 months, and they get it after that. You walk away with 2 of those a month, you're doing 11 G's. It's what, $136,000? I don't know. I'm terrible at math. It's a lot. The great thing is there's no office, no paperwork, no nothing that you need, no files to carry around. You can go and you could be in Bali, Mexico, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, wherever you want. You can make money from anywhere, Tony Stark style, enough to where you got your own fleet. How badass would that be? It's like you just hop in one of those jets and you're in Australia in like 2.6 minutes. That's just crazy. But it's a worldwide market too. I know I talked about 5.8 million small business owners here in America, but there's the worldwide. Whether you're watching this from another country or whether you're thinking about setting these up in other countries, everybody needs these. Every business owner, anybody that provides anything, whether it be e-commerce, coaching, real estate, that's a worldwide, untapped into need everywhere. You're not tied to any office either. When I said that this is the dream job for salespeople, there's no paperwork. All you got to do is make the sale. You don't have to do the delivery. You don't have an office to go to. You don't have a dress code. You can travel the world. The leads are unlimited. The demand is there. The product is hot. Dude, you can make, and the best part is you can make sales while playing on social media. Most of the small business owners that you can find, the leads and stuff, they're going to be in Facebook groups. They're going to be posting on Facebook using hashtags. Dude, it is literally, like, I hate saying shooting fish in a barrel. It is literally like grabbing fish out of a barrel. You can make sales while playing on social media from anywhere in the world. So I call this being a funnel closer. I'm going to break some stuff down for you. Let me give you some examples. My boy, Dwayne Stepp Jr. Dwayne Stepp was a car sales guy. He stumbled on funnels. He bought our Break Free Academy digital product. Stumbled upon how to create funnels. Went from selling cars to selling funnels to car dealerships. And within a matter of probably 60 days, left his job where he was doing good selling cars. He was one of the top producers, if not the top producer at the car dealership. But left his job selling cars to start selling funnels. Now he's making upwards of $20,000 every single month consistently selling funnels to different things. You'll meet him. He's back there. He's one of our funnel closers. You'll meet him. And I mean, just like within a 6-month period of time, this guy's entire life has been changed because of the funnel game here. This is my boy, Matt Ganzik. Matt Ganzik's managed over $2 million in Facebook ads. He's managed probably somewhere around $500,000 for me so far, at least a quarter. And funnels, he was one of the early adopters too. This guy's made millions of dollars selling funnels over the last 3 or 4 years. And not only does he create the funnel, he also does the ad management and all the other stuff as well. So he's basically printing money from this industry, because I'm going to show you how to do it easily, how to just be the sales guy and make sales. But if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking at building something bigger than yourself, then you can think about how to scale being a funnel closer. You can think about how to leverage digital ad agencies and SEO places and marketing. I mean, the potential is unlimited, right? I don't have time to go through all that in this training here, but Matt has gone all in just like Dwayne has, and Matt has created 7-figure income from it. This is my boy, Alan Belcher. He used to fight in the UFC, and he has a gym down in Mississippi, and I believe it's in Biloxi, Mississippi. And it's like a UFC type of gym where he trains MMA fighters. He's got a few of them to fight in the UFC. I actually went and met him and Dana White for drinks a few months back, and we watched the fights the next day. It was actually pretty damn cool experience for me, for sure. But Alan uses funnels. He's changed the game for his gym, and now he sells them to other gym owners around the country too. He's always training and teaching and recruiting people. And so he uses funnels to recruit them into a small business, and then he's also turned around and repeated the results that he's got from funnels in other markets. Changed the game for him. This is my man, the ultimate closer, Corey Shanes. I know him to have sold funnels for $50,000 to $100,000. So he's actually constructed multiple seven-figure funnels, Clean Food Crush being one of them. And he's worked for me several times creating funnels over the years. And I know that he's created multiple seven-figure recurring annual income from working with funnels. And so I just to show that like these things that we're going to have some ladies in here too. I know you watch this like, where's the ladies? Ladies, we need you to step up. We need some lady funnel closers. The dudes are dominating. But you can see these are guys that are making this shit happen. Todd, here's somebody who was in the mortgage business and the real estate business, and then him creating software and funnels to sell to mortgage and real estate agents were actually allowed him to leave that business and go do funnels full time. And I want you to think about that for a second. In the gold rush, the money wasn't made from gold. The money was made from selling pickaxes and shovels. We are in the pickaxe and shovel business, folks. As a funnel closer is a pickaxe and shovel. That's exactly what it is. We're selling them the tools to go get the gold that they want. That's where the money's at. That's why Todd left his job in the mortgage business. There's more money in the funnel close with less overhead and less work. Seth, another person, man, he sells mobile app funnels. And I mean, it's changed the game for him. He's young. He does his own thing. He makes his own rules. I know he's making, multiple six figures a year, being able to just sling funnels and technology to small business owners every day. He told me right now he's got $1 million deal on his plate, all from slinging technology, all from creating funnels. And so I want you to think about like the possibilities. We're talking, guys that are making 5 figures, guys that are making 6 figures, guys that are making 5 figures a month, guys that are making 6 figures a month. It's insane, the opportunity. These are real, just normal, everyday people like me and you that have just stepped up. They see the demand, they saw the marketplace, and they're absolutely crushing it. You can go look them up on Facebook. You can see when Alan or Matt or any of those guys post, they have huge followings. People have bought into this. Did it happen overnight for them? Hell no, nothing ever worth keeping does, but it is happening now. So you probably wonder what's next. So let me ask you a question. Do you want to make 2,550, 6 figures, whatever the case may be? Do you want to make 2,000 plus commissions per sale? Is what you're selling right now generating $2,000 per sale in your pocket? Do you think you could sell 5 or 6 funnels a month? You think maybe you could sell 2 at $5,500 in a month? I mean, we're talking $10,000 to $25,000 a month. I know for most people watching this right now, that changes the game for you. I remember when I made my first $100,000. I thought I was a badass. Then the IRS gets all in your business. Then you go get a car and you realize that, damn, it's more expensive than you thought. I remember the first time I made $250,000 in a year. I thought I was a big shot, man. I remember the first time I made $1 million in a year. I've been able to make the $1 million in a year from funnels and selling funnels and funnel related, selling pickaxes and shovels, folks. I'm just being honest with you. We get an opportunity to start a shovel and pickaxe manufacturing thing that creates a massive karmatic tidal wave for all of us. But do you think you could sell 5 or 6 a month? $250,000 changed the game for you. At $250,000, you can afford pretty much whatever you want as long as you don't screw your money up. Especially if you're putting in $250,000 a year. Think about this. You're putting in $250,000 a year. You got an LLC set up. You're able to write some of the expenses off. You're able to write normal everyday occurrences off because now you're your own business. Like the sky is the limit. But you have to think, is that what you want for yourself? Or do you want to stay where you're at now? And I'm not saying where you're at now is bad. And I'm not insulting you. I'm just asking you to take a look. And some of you need to ask yourself if you're ready to infiltrate this giant emerging market. Let me show you what I've got here in this funnel closer program. It's going to train you how to penetrate this market, how to get inside here, how to profit from it, how to make money quick, right? So first thing is we have our training site. As you can see right here along the side, this is module 1, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 just trainings in this module 1 alone, right? And we've got 5 modules and a bonus and a resources tab. So there's tons of training and content because I'm giving you basically in a business in a box. But this is our training site. You log in, you have a digital login, you can watch the videos, you repeat with what we're doing. It shows you how to fill out the contracts, how to reach out to the business owners, everything that you need to know, interviews with the people that I just showed you that are doing big things, sharing their strategies, all this stuff is back here in this. If you were to buy something like this, a business in a box, it's usually $2,000. right? Don't be thinking that I'm charging $2,000 for it yet. I might charge you some more. Just hold on. I'm just giving you an idea of what's included there. We also have a mastermind. And so it's a Facebook group. As you can see, there's 117 members right now. Every day there's new people just like yourself joining. We're sharing our funnels. We're sharing what's working for us. We're sharing our ideas. We're back there asking questions. We're talking about the training. We're celebrating our victories. And anytime that you get in a mastermind setting, they're usually $2,500 a year. I charge $2,500 a year for my Break Free Academy Entourage Mastermind. So I figure it's totally worth it to assign a $2,500 value on this mastermind as well. We have a job board. So you're not going to have to go out and find all these funnel makers and everything else. Remember, I told you I've done the work for you. So all you have to do is enter your information in there. It's like, hey, I want a real estate funnel, right? I want a gym funnel. I want a dentist funnel. And here's what I wanted it. Dude, something like that for membership, Elance, Odess, something like that might cost you $2,000 per job, depending on how big the job is. It might cost you $2,000 per year. And so I've got this included. I've got a whole site, make this easy to where you go out, make the sale, enter the data, and somebody picks it up and handles it from there. I've got the contracts, which cost me from my lawyer at a discounted rate, $2,000. We've got 3 different contracts. A contract between you and the business owners making the sale, a contract between you and the funnel hacker and funnel maker that won't steal your sale or go behind your back, and that they will produce what they say they will, and then a retainer for either you and the business owner or you and the funnel closer. Because if you're doing a lot of funnels, why not put a funnel maker on a retainer, and then every single month you just pay them $2,500 and they make 10 funnels for you? Totally possible. We think about it, we got a training site for $19.97, the mastermind $2,500, the job board $2,000, legal contracts another $2,000. That would make the price of this program, the total retail price, $8,497. Remember when I told you I was going to sell you something? We're at that part, right? Okay, so retail $8,497. Let me break this down for you. One sale might be a minimum of $2,000 commission. So 5 sales and you've got profit. How long would it take you to close those 5 sales? So if you use this as a side hustle, how long would it take you to close 5 sales to get all your money back? And then some. You'd actually have $1,500 extra dollars. But here's the thing. I want people to jump in and be able to take action now, and I want to reward you for taking action now. You're not going to pay $8,500. You pay $997 one time only. That's not monthly. That's not annually. That's one time only. To take advantage of this offer, because it is going away, you can go to www.funnelcloser.com/buy. Right? Go right there, right now. One-time payment, $9,000, not even $1,000 bucks, and it's tax deductible. You can write it off as a business expense. You're gonna pay it to Uncle Sam, you might as well pay it to Uncle Stu, you know what I'm saying? But I'm knocking off $7,500 bucks for you because I want you to take action. You're still gonna get access to all that stuff. You're just paying $7,500 less. No gimmicks, just being real for you. Now here's the thing, even after you buy, this is for your benefit. My life is not gonna change. I'm already making millions of dollars a year from this stuff, and I'm just sharing with you because here's what I know. My friend says it's lonely at the top the other day, and another friend sitting at the table with me says it's not lonely at the top. It's just very, very small circle. And I thought, people say that it's a small world, but really it's just a small circle up top. It really is. And I know that the people that get at the top get a little lonely from time to time, and they want to see other people come with them. I know it's not cool for me to have a McLaren and my VP drive a Ford Fusion, so now he's got a Maserati, right? I want to bring him to the top with me. My top sales guy's got a $75,000 truck. I want to bring them to the top with me. And I'm not saying that because like, oh, look, they're blowing all this money. I'm just saying I want them to have things that belong to people at the top as well. And this program is for your benefit. My life's going to go on. I'm going to go home to that hot chick. I'm going to go home to the kids. I'm going to drive the car. I'm going to live in the house. I'm going to do all that anyway. I'm already making money from this. I'm just inviting you to consider that you might want to do the same. Whether you buy or not today, my life is not going to change, but yours will. You have a decision right now that you can pull the trigger and you can buy this program and your life will absolutely change. And you could join me at the top, funnelcloser.com/buy. The difference will be made in your life. There's a little lag on my keyboard there. So next thing is, let's talk about some of the concerns and resistance that you might have. So you might think, you bought programs in the past that didn't work. And you have to ask yourself, well, did they not work because you didn't do the work? Because here's what I know, that you're not just going to be able to open this program, watch a video, and make $1 from it. That's not going to happen. You have to put in work. You have to open the program, learn from it, implement it, and then profit from it. But if you don't implement, if you don't take that middle step, you won't get the end step. And so if you've bought programs in the past that didn't work, you have to ask, was it the program or was it you? Because if it was you and you're not willing to put in the work on this one, I'd just assume you not spend the money with me. I'm not in the business of taking people's money and laughing all the way to the bank. I'm in the business of changing lives, my friend. I'm doing this because I want you to be able to have a 5, 6, and 7-figure income and experience the awesomeness. People that tell you money is the root of all evil and money doesn't buy you happiness are full of shit. I'm fucking ecstatic every day when I wake up. I want you to experience that too. So if you bought programs in the past that didn't work, first of all, this one will work. There's a guarantee that it will work, but it don't work if you don't work. So you have to ask yourself, was it you or the program? The next one says, can't be as easy as you make it sound. I know it's probably easier. And I'm all about hard work. You're not going to get rich by just punching a bunch of buttons and stuff like that, but it is as simple as being alert on Facebook, being intentional for what you're doing, creating with the right funnel makers. We've already done all the hard work for you. The thing that's not going to be easy for you is you've got to actually put in the time to study this stuff, learn the process, and then do the work. But man, we've got people that join this program and make a sale the next day. It happens every single day. Somebody posts in the group, boom, join the program, made a sale. So it is easy, as I say, maybe even a little bit easier. Once you sell a lot of these, the market will be flooded. 5.8 million people. We got a lot of market to go. Don't even worry about that. Yes, if we sold 10,000 people this funnel closer program for $9.97, or actually it's going up to $19.97. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if we sold this funnel closer program to 10,000 people, we still wouldn't flood the market. We still wouldn't flood the market. And you and I know that there's always people that say they're going to do stuff that isn't, which is why I asked if the product didn't work or the man and the resistance a few minutes ago. So no, the market will not be flooded. The demand is there worldwide anyway. Here's another one. My spouse is tired of me wasting money on these type of programs. Then do the work. Buy this one, invest in yourself, and do the fucking work. If she or he is tired of you failing, then you have to stop quitting. Let us in our mastermind, we will hold you accountable if you want to. We will make sure that you're doing the work, but don't give me your money if you're not going to do the work, because I'm not going to be the one to cause the divorce. I'm not going to be the one. But listen, if you want to surprise me, if you want to be one of the people that's featured in our trainings that wants to write for our blog, we're doing big things with this. So you have a chance to level up and make that spouse proud of you. What if you make a sale, you make 2 sales, you make 5 sales, all of a sudden you're making more money than you ever had in your life. You come home, she's happy to see you. You come home, he's ecstatic to love on you. You actually get to have the finer things in life, and you get to experience the good life together. I'm telling you, it's awesome. I see it with Amy every single day. But again, I'm tired of you wasting money on programs and not doing the work too, so please don't waste it with me. I'm not in that business. I'm in the people. I'm on team people. I love fucking people. I love people. You motherfuckers love y'all to death, even though I don't know you. That's why I create things like this, so I can help people like you get better, have better things. But if you're tired of disappointing those that matter the most to you, maybe it's time that you step up and did something that could change the game for all of you. Maybe you're looking at another program. We're always looking at something else. Maybe that other program works well with this. But here's what I am telling you. I've got everything in one place for you to take off like a rocket ship. Other training program may or may not always be there. This may or may not always be here. But you need to make a decision right now in this webinar. And I promise you, if you make the decision to join Funnel Closer and you make the decision to do the work, you will find success. And then there's always, I don't have an extra $9.97 right now. And listen, if you don't have an extra $9.97 right now and you're in sales, you need this job. You need to go beg and borrow or do whatever you got to do to get $1,000 so you can buy this program, because whatever you're at right now ain't paying you enough because you ain't got the money. You obviously, in the job that you're in right now, if you don't have an extra $1,000, you're not doing the job right. If your credit cards are maxed out and you're in a sales job right now, you're not doing something right. Let me train you up on how to do things right. Go get that money, invest the money in this, and let me train you up on how to make money and how to do real stuff with it. The great thing about that mastermind is guys making $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 per sale already. And you get to step in and model after them. You got to go find the money if you don't have it. And is there a guarantee? Absolutely, there's a guarantee. If you watch all the trainings, do all the work, and for an entire year don't make a single sale, now you have had to do the work, then I'll give you not only your money back, I'll give you more than your money back. I'll give you It's $997. I'll give you $1,001. $1,001 back at the end of the year. But you have to ask yourself, are you here to get my $1,001 back at the end of the year? Or are you here to make a difference in your life? Because I don't think it would make any sense for you to strive to make $3 off the course of a year. You could do that by putting $1,000 in your own bank account. What you need to do is not think about guarantees. You need to think about guarantees from, not think about guarantees from me. You need to think about guarantees on yourself. Is there a guarantee that if you watch this, you'll actually do it? That's what you need to ask yourself. Then there's always the, I don't have time to learn this. And I would say that if you're looking for more money, you're going to have to make the time to make that happen anyway, whether it's in the business that you're currently working right now or a side business. And I can assure you, I own 8 different companies. We have 14 different digital products. We have 32 different supplement products. Like, I am a busy person, and I made the time to create this program. I'm pretty sure that no matter how busy you are, you'd have the time to learn this stuff. You want to know how fast you can get your money back? You can get your money back almost immediately. You come in, you take the content, you watch the first 2 modules, boom, you start making sales, you start doing what we're saying. There's people every day that get their money back the same day. We're charging $997 on this training for this program. There's people that go make a $2,000 sale their very first day, instant profit. There's nothing like it before. You might wonder if this is tax deductible. It is a business expense. Even if you're a W-2 employee right now, you just write this off as business education, no different than if you were going to a seminar or if you were paying money to go to some sort of corporate retreat. And you might want to know if your company can pay for it. They absolutely can. But here's the thing. Why would you want your company to pay for it? What would be better was you to pay for it, ask the company to reimburse you, because we are going to raise the prices on this. And I'm asking you to get started by going to funnelcloser.com/buy because we are going to raise the price on this. Here's the thing. I've got several more interviews to add back in here on top of the stuff that's already there. And as soon as I get those interviews done, processed, and uploaded, I'm doubling the price and then some. I'm going to change the price of this program from $997 to $1997, like as soon as I get these interviews in there. So I'm urging you right now, right? Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm urging you right now to go over to funnelcloser.com/buy, get signed up. I'll see you in the mastermind. And thanks for hanging out on this training. Later.